Hey guys, time for yet another monster monster party here. This time I decided to start right at the Faux Dowager fight because I may as well get my intro as well as prepper all out of the way. Most likely it's going to be notable what my party is in the title of the YouTube video, but I'll say it for anyway. This time we have a party of a rotten apple, well, Restless Armor. I didn't write him down yet. There's a reason why, and I'll let you know. Rotten Apple, Restless Armor, Prestidigitator, and an Orc King. That's going to be our team this time. It's an apple, a knight, a wizard, and an orc. Originally, I was going to have a Dragoof, but that meant Adams had to try to solo Queen Dowager, and I was having absolutely terrible luck, and I was like, alright, so he needs somebody to be with us that is also pretty decent with, actually fighting later on in game, because Rotten Apple's gonna be really bad much later, because Rotten Apple's at max level right now. And the reason it's at max level is because I tried soloing. It just doesn't work. Monsters, by the way, is at level 21, because that's what level we need to get our final party member, the Orc King. The good news is we're going to be getting everybody towards the end of Generation 2. The bad news is, it's going to be, the bad thing was that it was just a rotten apple for a while, but with Clank here, we're pretty much okay. Clank's going to be a little bit different from our usual tank. They have a lot of HP, they have a very good equipment pool, they're basically like a soldier from Dragon Quest III. The main thing is, though, they're a little bit slow, sort of like how Waka and Conk were. Originally, I was going to have a Battle Pip, which is like a recolor version of a Conqueror, but they literally are almost literally the same, just one has better resistances. That's it. So I was like, we've been doing that for a while. Let's have a different tank this time. And that's why I was going to originally go with a Dragoof. Dragoof was going to be sort of tanky, but not very. I was expecting a lot more, pain and destruction, I guess you could say, but Adams will do good. I mean, not Adams. Clank will do well as well. So, anyway, we won't pick up Prestidigitator till after this fight. And then you'll see the Prestidigitator in the Magmen fight. Orc King's not going to show up all the way until we fight those pawns and Kon the Knight. Kon, whatever his name is. Yeah. So, that's how it's going to be on the schedule. Now, let's talk about Faux Dowager. Essentially, I already weakened monsters. Adams is going to be playing the support role here, because he has access to the Sap spell. He'll be using Sap and then healing up as much as he can, while Clank just goes to town. I equipped Clank with the Metal King sword, so I didn't have to grind him up too, because I didn't get Clank until Adams was level 19, just to give you guys an idea. So, yeah. That's the general plan. Things might go wrong still. Oh, shut up. So anyway, let's go ahead and do Ra's Mirror and do this. We might still lose this because I'm not sure if I got lucky. But Faux Dowager's hard. Anyway, why don't you show off your letter? Say, look, my dad wrote to me. Yeah, Adams is better off attacking or sapping. So we're going to sap. And Clank has no ability, so we're just going to attack. Alright. Nope, show off your letter. You take care of the bag of laughs while you focus Faux Dowager. Ah, damn it. You missed. This could be bad. That hurts. That didn't matter much. You need to take care of the bag of laughs first. Okay, that we can actually ignore. You're going to go ahead and heal Clank while Clank takes down the foe. That's okay. Why don't you go ahead and keep healing Clank, because Clank right now is the main one that needs to survive. Alright, took a deep breath. Someone's going to get hit hard. We're both going to just focus down the attack. Okay, good. You have to rush her down, because otherwise it's too much damage. The one bad thing about killing her and not killing her her buddies that she summoned in is that we don't get the guaranteed seed of magic that would have came from her if we killed her when no one's around. Either way, we did it, and she's down. That was been a struggle because Adams gets outnumbered when he was by himself, and it was just getting really nuts. Luckily, at least, Plank is a very good help. I guess you really can't. Maybe you can't solo Faux Dowager. I'm not sure. We'll find out later on, but in any case, that's it for the Faux Dowager. I guess I'll see you guys at the Magmen fight, or if something else interesting shows up. Thank you. Okay, we're here at the volcano with three of the four party members here. Preston, our Prestidigitator, excuse me, is here along with us, though, as you can see, they're not great with HP. This fight's going to be a little bit tricky. Preston's going to be only helpful because I went back to the casino, and holy crap did I grind again to get him a Gringham Whip, so he actually has decent attack for now. He doesn't really have good attack later on, but he's basically like Daughter using the Gringham Whip. But got the best equipment I could on him. He's still got pretty low defense and HP, though. I'm not giving him any seeds yet. And I haven't really hardcore grinded yet, either. I want to try to get the Orc King before I get the grind on for everybody. As it is, Adams is already maxed out, because he maxes out early. But anyway, here's our general setup. We've got the Steel Fangs, Tortoiseshell, and Top Hat. That's the best things that Adams can actually equip. Crude Image, I kind of throw that around for everybody, so Got a bunch of medical herbs, definitely any magics for other purposes right now. We got our main attacker, Clank, Metal King Sword, Iron Armor. He could have better than Iron Armor right now, but it was only like 5 more defense, so I was like, the full plate's kind of like whatever. Iron Mask and Magic Shield. The Magic Shield might help him a little bit here. I don't remember. I think it's magic and fire-based attack, so yeah, it will help him a little bit when they breathe fire on him. And Preston here is the most likely one going to die, but we also have him with a bunch of herbs to help heal. It's going to be between Adams and Preston healing, because Preston's a little bit slow, unfortunately. Only 40 agility. He's slower than Clank. Meanwhile, we got super fast boy Adams here. So, nothing to worry about there. What I may end up doing here is, if I might die to this, and because it's very much luck-based of just trying to kill them before they kill us. So, if I fail the first time, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let you guys see the first fail, and then I will record until we get the kill. But if that happens, that means the next one will be fast-forwarded. Alright, so for this, we don't really have anything for them. Swoosh does hurt them pretty well. That wouldn't be bad, but we rather just attack. Same way here with poor Preston. Preston does not have any spells that will help at this time, so everyone's just going to rush their attacks. You just gotta kind of hope. Alright, they just attacked us. That's good. We're good. That could have been really bad. We don't have Snooze this time to help us. Okay, not bad. Again, just full on attack with everything you got. Uh-oh. Okay, Preston's alive. We're good. I mean, I think we would have gotten the... We mostly got this, I should say. Okay, good. Yeah, we're good. Alright. But yeah, that could go really poorly. I would say if they decide, basically it's just decide to breathe fire on you. This could basically go with any playthrough, honestly. If they decide to breathe fire on you, you can be basically just screwed. But we got the Circle of Fire. With that done, next place I'll see you guys will be probably the Rite of Passage, and we'll have our 4th party member, the Orc King. I don't remember what their name is, but we'll find out. Alright, see you there. We're here at the rite of passage now, and we got our whole crew together. Ward, the Orc King, is only level 8, but he also maxes out pretty early, so he's already got a lot of HP and decent amount of MP and defenses. This fight's gonna be slightly tricky, but only a little bit. Unfortunately, Ward never learns a single target healing. He only knows multi-heal, and then he knows how to revive. Those are his big things. So, yeah, it's a little bit awkward, to say the least. Once we get the Staff of Salvation, we'll be okay, but for now it's either herbs or just multi-healing for a single target. This is going to be really expensive. For now, it's not too big of a deal, though. In any case, here's our general setup. I don't think Clank really changed much. If he did, it might have been the Dragon Mail. But yeah, don't worry about the stuff he has on him right now. The Elfin Elixir's adjusting Casey, but Diamond was for traveling when we were killing a bunch of mimics and whatnot. Adams is still at his best gear at the moment, and also one leaf for just in case Ward gets killed. Ward is built somewhat like Wacka and Conqueror in terms of equipment draw, but has access to spells. So you're going to be using axe type weapons, and the big hunter bow at the end has the cuirass, silver cuirass, iron mask, and maxi metal is the best defense thing I could get him for the time being. But I think I'll probably settle with an ogre shield on him later. The Zenithine shield was I just placed it on him because I like to keep those on in the party members stuff. As for Preston, we got a flowing dress for him, so he's got some resistances to breath. Heal shield's gonna be the best he has for a little bit. He does get one more shield upgrade later. I think he gets the silver shield. I don't remember. But I also gave him an herb, rock bomb shards just for a different element because he only has access to fire magic, and packs of punches to give to his friends if need be. But yeah, don't worry about him too much. He's also the Zenithian sword user for the time being. He's going to actually have a decent amount of HP as he levels. He gets a decent amount because he can level up to 99, but it might be a little slow. In any case, though, this is a fight where he's actually going to be attacking somewhat, so... And we're actually going to utilize Adams a bit here, too, actually, because... Well, Adams has Paralyze, and Paralyze is very useful, especially because it's a Paralyze attack, so that he can actually just, instead of wasting a turn trying to use Whack, he might be able to Paralyze, and that's what we're going to be doing. So first things first, Clank, going to focus down Robin Hood. I'm going to start with a sap on Robin Hood, and let's see, yeah, Ward's just going to attack, and you... should frizzle to start. Yeah, it's only 57. Okay. Oh yeah, Ward also crits pretty well. Alright. You're going to attack. You're going to paralyze attack. I'm going to have him keep attacking, and I'm going to let Preston just do a quick heal for Adams. Alright. Yeah, no paralyze this time. Okay, now we need an actual multi-heal. You need to keep paralyzing attack Hippoblocamus. You unfortunately need to use multi-heal to keep him up. And, you know what, just attack Robin Hood regularly. Yeah, it's very MP wasteful. Oh, he is focusing down him. Why don't you keep multi-healing, unfortunately, and you just attack. We might end up just killing the Hippoblocamus instead. Okay, good. He's spreading out his attack finally. Why don't you do that? And you guys just focus down. Okay, yeah, he's down. He actually has mid heal. Interesting. I did not know that, actually. Usually we just beat the shit out of him and he's done. On my list, it doesn't say a particular drain resistance. Otherwise, I'd drain his MP. But you're better off just going all out anyway. Yeah, Preston's better just attacking when the target's sapped right now, because his attack's decent enough. But anytime there's someone with high defense or something like that, he's better off using Frizzle. He doesn't, unfortunately, get access to Frizzle. He only gets up to Sizzle instead. So that's unfortunately the limit of his magedom. But the one good thing about Preston is he has the access to Absorb Magic, so he could actually throw that around and give that to Ward, so Ward can regain some MP on magic users sometimes. That part is kind of nice. And again, he's probably going to be the item user in this. But anyway, that was the Rite of Passage. I will see you guys in Nightmare Towers for the pawns and Kon. You there? Alright, first up here is the Orc Pawn. He is very easy. We're not even going to go over our setup. We're just going to jump right into it, just like usual. I mean, he still hits hard, don't get me wrong, but it's still just like, whatever. We're going to use Sap, and everyone really just needs to attack for the most part. So I am going to Frizzle with Preston to start. Because he had 79. Okay, good to know. Versus his attack, which is 80. So it's comparable enough. So yeah, just go all out. Don't even worry. Bam. Done. Yeah, by the way, I'm going to retrieve the hero after I deal with the pawns with all four. I'm not sure who I'm going to get rid of yet. I'm thinking Preston, unfortunately, is going to not make the cut for the Kon, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll see you at the Chimaera in just literally a second here. Alright, as I thought, this is going to be very easy. It's going to be most of the same thing, and if you have to, really have to, you could have Ward go ahead and multi-heal, but you really won't need to. At least my one test run basically just said, like, nah, you don't. It's Sap and attack. Don't even bother with Frizzle. Yeah, he's gonna crackle on you. The fire breath is probably the worst of it, but we're still fine. And even where we weren't, Ward can help us out, so we're okay. In fact, you know what? Just safety multi-heal. We probably got him anyway. Yeah, we're fine. So, yeah, at best, just be cautious with your HP. That's about it. If you really need, if you're worried or anything. But you can just brute force these guys. I'm not even sure why I show them, but I show them just because they're there, I guess, you know. Anyway, I'll see you at the Kon fight with one less monster. Okay, here we are for Kon. He's pretty simple once again. Mostly we're just going to be attacking. It's basically all we're going to do. With exception of Sap and the hero showing off his items. Last time I did this, I showed off dialogue that Deborah did. This time, as you can see, I married Nera, so there you go. I think this time our hero is going to just be showing off Pancras's letter. Being like, look at the letter my dad gave me. Ooh, it's so cool. Okay, anyway, for Clank, his equipment is normal. He's got one Yigleaf here. Adam's here. One Yigleaf as well, because these are the two that don't have revive spells. Adams is pretty supportive, honestly, but he's also going to be using some medicinal herbs if need be, so we don't have to heal monsters in order to heal people. Ward is going to have his battle axe out and his usual equipment here. I gave him the crude image just because why not give him more luck, because he's already got high luck. And a diamond for those battles that we were doing all along the way. We really haven't leveled much, but holy crap, is Restless Armor strong? Like, holy crap. I mean, it's mostly the Metal King sword that's doing it, I know. But he's got some damn good strength right now. If his strength gets closer to max sooner, I might switch him to the Miracle Sword or the Falcon Sword, depending. But Miracle Sword for self-healing at times, and maybe the Falcon Sword for raw damage, because if his strength maxes out fast, Falcon Sword's going to do better. But we'll see. For now, though, yeah. We got everybody here. To be honest, Orc King probably should be in front of Adams, but I'd rather our healer be behind him just for now. Eventually, Adams is going to be all the way in the back, but he's still got the best agility in the party, so that's why he's pretty good for items. Anyway, let's get the little dialogue that Nera has whenever your hero's dead.
Oh, my poor monsters, look at the state you've got yourself into on my account.
But yeah. And then she scolds you for coming here. Instead of, you know, having righteous indignation like Deborah, she's just like all, you know, sensitive and whatnot, because she's pretty much the girly girl of the three. Like, Bianca's slightly tomboyish, but she's still sweet. And then Deborah's like, fuck this shit, man, this is bull. Anyway, show off your letter and everyone else can defend. Alright, he's at half, he passes his half HP, so Kon's gonna gloat, Nera disables him, and now the fight could start in earnest. Show off your letter some more, there you go. Alright, sap and attack. But yeah, because we have sap, everyone's just gonna be attacking for the most part. Oh, nope, nope. Show off your letter, you're not allowed to participate, monsters. That's great. I don't think monsters will die by the end of this, unfortunately. I kind of want him to, but Kon just kind of attacked. Oh, hey, we actually got lucky. In my test run, he just kept avoiding hitting him. It was just like, come on, dude, kill him. All right. Why don't we have you go ahead and send an herb to Clank? Clank should be fine anyway. Yeah, we're good. Why don't you do one more herb for Clank and go. And there we go. Nice and easy. Kon is a joke. That's why Pancras could solo both him and Slon together. So anyway, that's it for Generation 2. I shall meet you in Generation 3, where we have to fight the actual hard bosses. See you there. Alright guys, we're going to start with Bjorn today, or this time. I know I kind of alternate back and forth, whether it's Bjorn first, or if we're going to do the Dragon Tower, whatever they want to call that. The tower with Ladja and Slon. It depends which one you want to do first, but this time we're going to do Bjorn first, and it's not too bad. So here's what where we're at in terms of levels. We have to bring monsters along, so I'm gonna exclude our Prestidigitator. I forgot his name already. Jeez, Preston. That's his name. Okay, yeah, Preston is gonna sit out because he doesn't really have much he could bring to the table. He can do Sizzle and Frizzle, but he doesn't have the best of attacks, and he's not particularly fast either. Yeah, he's slower than the rest too. So we're actually going to bring our Rotten Apple, even though he's maxed out, with us this time. Anyway, for items. Flank is going to have the Metal King sword for this one. I was debating on getting the Falcon sword, but I didn't have enough to get both that and the Sacred Armor. So Sacred Armor is much better overall to have. But I think the Falcon Sword would work here pretty well if you keep his defense low, which we can do pretty well. He's also got a bunch of leaves, a fairy foil to raise defense if needed, but he's mostly likely not going to use it. A Packs of Punch he'll use in the beginning, and a couple of Elfin Elixirs as well, so that we can give him to Ward, because Ward does not have that much MP. As for Ward's setup, we bought the Ionosphere, got him all the best gear that we had available. I don't know if it helps that much, but since Ward has decent luck to begin with, I decided to give him the crude image alongside the Meteorite Arm Bracer. We need him to be moving fast so he could heal us. But the crude image, I think it might help resist Kabuff. I mean, Kasap? I'm not positive, but it's one of those superstitious whatevers. Yeah, you probably are better off just taking it off for another Yiggly. Ward has not learned Kazing yet, so I have him with leaves for now. He's also going to be using the Zenithian Shield and Fairy Foil to keep himself alive. And one Elfin Elixir on him and the Zenithian Sword. Originally, in my test run, I had the Zenithian Sword on Adams, but Adams is so busy with things, and you'll see in a moment, that it was better to put it on someone else, and Clank is our main attacker, so Ward seemed the best option next for that. Otherwise, I'd put it on Adams. As for Adams, he's fast enough. His equipment, this is the best he's got, and all he'll ever have, so but he has good stats. That's what's going for him. He has the Staff of Salvation. We did the whole raise Zenithia up in the sky quest, so we ended up getting the Staff of Salvation that way. He has a couple leaves, mostly Elfin Elixirs, a Fairy Foil just in case he has nothing better to do, a Yigdu for oh shit, oh shit, oh shit moments, and a Pax-a-Punch, which he'll probably use on Ward, or if Clank dies. So that's the whole setup here. I'll meet you in the fight because it's a bit of a long wait to get the fight started, so meet you there in a bit. Alright, here we are. So, first things first. Why don't you show off your letter monsters? We're going to have Clank start with a Pax-a-Punch on himself. Ward's going to Zenithian Shield. And as for Adams, he's going to open it up with Sap. That's also the other reason I brought him, because he actually has the Sap spell. Oh, this is going to hurt. Oh, that hurt. Okay, You're going to attack, you. Ooh, ugh. I think I'm going to have to ignore Adams and just let him possibly die. Let's Fairy Foil and let him salvation himself. Alright, Adams will live. And I can justify a multi-heal now. I'm going to go ahead and just have him salvation himself anyway. Yeah, he didn't really need to do that, but it's okay. 2, 3, buff. He's at normal defense right now. So why don't you just continue to Fairy Foil yourself, and I'm going to have you go ahead and Sap again. Bring him back down. Alright, ouch. This is a multi-heal situation. You go ahead and multi-heal, and why don't you raise your defense for now? Just for help. There you go. Ward's doing good right now. Ward can actually attack this time, because we're going to have Adams on duty for... Ooh, nice crit. Of course, bounce wore off at the wrong time there. Oh, wow. Clank, ooh, he just took that. I think I'm going to have to focus on just keeping Ward alive instead. Oh, boy. Clank might die here. Oh, boy. Yep. Damn. All right. That did not happen in my test run. You know what? Yeah, no, you got to do it. I was debating on having Adams do that instead. Because he has... You know, actually, I'd rather have Adams do it. You go ahead and just defense up. You go ahead and revive. Alright. He's at normal now. You're going to attack. I guess I should have packed more Pax-a-Punches, huh? I think your defense is maxed at the moment. Multi-heal for safety. And you go ahead... I think Pax-a-Punch is more important right now, so we're going to give that to Clank. Now he's at double. Or now he's at one stage higher. So we're going to have you two attack. Actually, Ward, you're not going to be able to do much right now. Why don't you go ahead and see if you have any more Fairy Foils to use. And you are... Oh, wait, no, you don't have to. Because you have a Zenithian Sword, and then you could Sap afterwards. Perfect. I forgot about I gave it to Ward. All right, you guys can attack, and you're going to Salvation Clank. All right, we'll back to normal stage at the moment. Yep, that's fine. The bounce down sucked though. Multi-heal. Yeah, definitely multi-heal. And definitely add a salvation for that too. Flank is down on defense. Yeah, you gotta attack. Nice! I like when he crits like that. That's great. Clank, meanwhile, is just holding in there, hanging in there like a pro, man. I don't remember if I put the Zenithian... I think I forgot to do the Zenithian shield, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And he's got to keep salvationing Clank. Not having someone that can use full heal sucks. Oh, Adams is dead. 100% there. Alright, you attack, and this is why I wanted him to save leaves. You revive Adams. Alright, now he's above his defense levels here. I'm going to have you go ahead and Zenithian shield. Wait. No, that's not what I wanted. Zenithian sword. And then... And I thought I was like, wait, did I Zenithian shield instead? We're going to multi-heal because, oh, damn it. I made a mistake there. You're multi-healing. It's risky, but I'm going to go ahead and sap anyway. Bring him back down to normal. Adams is totally going to die, probably. Oh, wow, he did not. Good job. You got a multi-heal, and then you're going to Elfin Elixir Ward because he's out of MP. This is a little bit sloppier than I was intending. Alright, he's one above at the moment, so we're going to Zenithian Sword and then Sap. I had to announce that so I remembered, hey, I used the sword, not the shield there. So now I have to use the shield, too. Go ahead and use the shield, and you just bring him back down. Okay. Alright. Uh-oh. Yeah, shit. Well, that sucked. Go ahead and multi-heal for you guys. Oh, poor Clank. But we got him! And good thing Adams does not need experience because, oh, that would have sucked. But, alright, that was definitely a little sloppy and spicy. I probably should have either leveled up a little bit more or waited till after the Ladja stuff, but that's okay. We did it. And Ward, is Ward going to get Kazing? Hold on, I was going to cut recording there, but I'm just curious. No, he doesn't get Kazing there. Okay, good. But yeah, that is Bjorn. I guess I'll see you next at the Slon the Rook fight, which, you know, we're totally going to just scarecrow him to death. But yeah, that was it. Not bad, actually. See you there, though. Okay, guys, we're here at Slon the Rook. Once again, you really don't need to worry about your setup. I'm just showing you our levels currently. Let's just jump right into this, because we're going to cheese the crap out of him. Slon is susceptible to stun, and, well, we have a Terror Crow. You don't even need the Terror Crow if you have stunning abilities, but unfortunately none of our party members actually have that ability. So, the first two are just going to attack. Adams, being our second fastest, is going to be using the Terror Crow. And Preston is going to be our intermediary with using spells to damage him or Staff of Salvation. Only drawback is we can't use Sap on him, but he does have because he only has a 20% chance to resist it. But if you want a clean sweep, you don't bother with it. That said, I'm not that interested in a clean sweep. We're going to take one hit. Ooh, damn. He resisted it. That 20% chance, too. But yet he has a 20% chance to resist stun, too. So it's kind of silly. But yeah, I just kind of want to speed this up. Oh my god, really? Come on, Sap. Get over yourself, Sap. Alright. We're gonna try one more time before I just give up on this. Really? Yeah, just not worth it then. Very good. Go back to just terror crowing. It's just going to take longer. That's literally all it's going to do. It's weird, because it says 20% chance to resist stun and 20% chance to resist sap, and yet you get stunned easier than you get sapped. Maybe the thing on the Wikipedia is wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. Game can be weird sometimes, guys. Things can be weird sometimes. Oh, actually, you know what? Ah, I see what it was. Yeah, I was just on the wrong... I had the wrong stats brought up. It wasn't for Slon, it was for his counterpart. That was my bad. So, okay, yeah, don't bother with sap, guys. But yeah, even my test run, I didn't bother with sap. I was just thinking, hey, I can make this go by a little faster. But yeah, don't worry about faster. Just worry about doing what's right. Eventually, he'll resist being stunned too. But until then, just enjoy showing him this Terracrow. You know, you gotta think about it. How this battle must look like if you were actually watching this. It's like he's like, I'm gonna fight you, and then just a big apple just comes up and shoves a scarecrow in his face like each turn. Like, look at this, and he's like, oh no, oh shit. And just, my god, I would love to see that animated or something. Ah, damn. Oh, never mind. He didn't even get a chance to go. But yeah, just going like, you know, attack, frizzle, scarecrow. Oh shit! Ah! All right. Anyway, Slon the Rook once again. Not that hard. I show it because now it feels like tradition, though. You know. Anyway, next up is the Ladja fight. I'll meet you there. Alright, we're here at Bishop Ladja now. Unfortunately, Preston's going to be rendered a little bit useless in this fight, or less useful. One problem with our party is most of us are very slow. The only one that's fast is already maxed out and can't get any better stats than he already has, which is Adams. So, like, here we have Clank, who... He's super strong. His agility's fair, you know, and got good, solid stats otherwise, but his agility's just fair. It's 74. That's it. The Orc King would have a little bit less at 60 if I did not give him the Meteorite Bracer. We want him to be able to go first if I need to do an oh shit multi-heal or Kazing. Which, by the way, he just learned. So he's all good there. Excuse me. Adams, meanwhile, has at least 111. He's pretty solid on that. His only issue is his HP and the fact that he's not going to get anything stronger at this point. Preston, his agility's at 85, and that's only because I gave him a few agility seeds too. I just wanted to try to get him a little bit higher up, but yeah, he's at level 30, and he's really dependent on using Frizzle, but unfortunately Ladja likes to use Bounce, and it's not worth having to dispel it because you want to keep sap on him. So yeah, for the most part, Preston's going to be kind of a support in using defend a couple times because he won't be able to do much sometimes. He'll attack every now and then though. As for items, I'm doing the fairy foil method once again. Everyone has a fairy foil on them. Clank's got a couple like supporting stuff that he probably won't use, but you know, an oh shit Yigleaf and a couple Elfin Elixirs are always welcome. We're not going to need them though. As for Ward is going to be mostly just attacking or healing. That's all he's going to be doing. He's got the Zenithian shield though, just to help him with not having to get frizzled right away. Mostly though, he'll be attacking for the most part here. Then we got Adams. Adams is going to be playing spot healer, and he'll fairy foil himself a few times. Yigleaf if need be, but he's also going to sap. Once he gets sap up, he's basically going to be full-time healer, item user, whatever you want to call it. And poor Preston here. Preston is going to set up packs of punches for Clank and Ward, and probably attack once Sap is up. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, he's going to get frizzled to the face if he tries frizzling back, so it doesn't really work very well. It's unfortunate, really, but this is not a fight where Preston shines. Anyway, let's go ahead and get it started. Preston's definitely not the most useful mage that you can get, but he's what we got, and he's not terrible, he's just not great. That's all it is. Anyway, so we're going to have everyone do at least one fairy foil. Well, actually, Ward's going to Zenithian Shield. So everyone's going to do at least one fairy foil to start. Actually, no. He's going to Sap to start, and then you're going to fairy foil. We just want to get the Sap up and running. Alright, Clank can attack because he's got pretty good defense to begin with. I'm going to have him get his fairy foil in. We're going to have you spot heal yet? No, you can fairy foil. You can get away with it. And you're going to Pax a Punch Clank. Of course, you got slower than him. Alright, now we need to actually heal. You know what? You fairy foil one more time. You go ahead and Salvation, and you go ahead and set up a Pax a Punch on Ward. Alright, not bad. You could also alternate and give Clank the Miracle Sword too, but for the most part, I don't think we need to do that. It's only a little bit less damage too. He's got the strength to support it. But unfortunately, yeah, it's not going to work. I'm going to have you go ahead and fairy foil some more. Alright. Yeah, luckily the Holy Armor, Sacred Armor, is going to do some work for Clank here. Alright, yeah, Ward's going to start attacking. You go ahead and Salvation, and you know what? Throw an attack out. You may as well. Uh-oh. Wow. He just did... Adams is usually faster, so whoopsies. Well, you're going to go ahead and do that, and I think Ward's going to go first, so I'm going to set it up so that you'll Pax a Punch Clank. And you know what? He hasn't set up a bounce yet, I don't think. Yeah, may as well. He's going to be an asshole. Yeah, he's got his Pax a Punch up. You guys can attack and Salvation. That did not happen in my test run, though. You go ahead and just attack there. Yeah, I don't think Clank has any resistance to magic fire, unfortunately. Yeah, he doesn't. He's got breath resistance instead. And Sacred Armor to help heal him afterwards, but that's it. That's unfortunate. Okay, you guys go ahead and attack. You go ahead and Salvation Preston, and don't frizzle. Just attack. Yeah, it does more on average anyway. I'm going to say go ahead. And I keep wanting to frizzle, damn it. Okay, I'm going to multi-heal now, because no way can we get them both in. Which means you may as well go ahead and fairy foil. Very good. Okay. I'm going to have you put your bounce up because, yeah, you kind of are hurting. And you go ahead and Salvation, and Preston just go ahead and attack. I wonder if I should give Strength Seeds to Preston just to help him out a little bit so he can do more damage, but I don't think it's worth it in the end. You know what? You can get away with just fairy foiling. Yep, that's good reason for it. You two go ahead and attack. You're going to heal yourself, and I'm going to have Preston defend. Yeah. But, okay, wow. He did not... Did he do, like, only one breath attack that whole time? Wow. I am a little shocked at that. But then again, he also kind of just took out Clank. We're probably going to be due for some level grinding at some point, but since we were able to do it, I figured let's just go ahead. There's definitely a cleaner way to do this. And also, once we get the Sage Stone, that'll be helpful as well, because then Preston could also help out with some healing as well. But Yeah, his speed is just not very good, unfortunately. Preston is probably going to be a lot like Vlad was in our last monster party. He needs to get some more levels to get himself more useful, because he has decent max stats, but his base stats are not that great. Anyway, that's Ladja. I guess the next time I see you guys won't be until Queen Ferz. Right, I had to think about that. So I guess I'll see you there. Okay guys, we're here at Queen Ferz. I may sound a little bit different, and I apologize. I am kind of fitting this into a weird part of my schedule. Let's just put it that way. So I may be a little bit tired or out of it. Anyway, we're at Queen Ferz. I'm going to show you guys 2 different ways of how to beat Queen Ferz. This is the way where we use Preston instead of Adams. Adams is probably the more efficient route because he can use Kasap. In any case, we have to bring monsters along. I'm not giving them any extra items because you don't really need them. This is the item setup we have, though, for Clank. By the way, we did get an extra Elfin Charm from one of the TNT boards. That's why we have 2 instead of the usual 1, because 1 you can get from the place where you get the hero's mantle place. I think it's mantle place or something like that it's called. In any case, yeah, this is the general item setup for everybody. Ward's going to be using the Zenithian shield, and we're going to be using the Pax-a-Punches. Preston's going to play healer for the most part here, with Ward jumping in when he really needs to, but for the most part he shouldn't. But yeah, that's the general setup. Adams is in the back. Yeah. Alright, that's all the stats. Oh, shut up. And why don't we go ahead and get started. I'm going to fast forward through this. As usual, you want to say no twice, and then yes twice. And let's get started. Alright, for this, monsters will show off whatever he's in his items. Clank will Pax-a-Punch himself. Ward's going to Zenithian Shield. And Preston's going to Pax-a-Punch Ward. Okay, good. Monsters died first. That's what we wanted. Alright, so Clank and Ward are just going to go on the attack, and Preston's going to Frizzle. Alright, and then Preston's now forced to play healer for the most part. He doesn't really need to heal at this point, but it's better to do it anyway. That Crackle's gonna... that bounce is gonna help us, because this way we don't have to actually heal that as often. Ward is susceptible to magic a little bit more, but also it just kind of helps a little bit since he's our area of effect healer. And Preston can resist magic decently well. Alright, now Preston needs to actually heal. You're only in danger if he falls below 110 HP, I believe. Anybody, really. Yeah, you can just go ahead and Frizzle. But yeah, this is probably the best way if you're going to bring Preston along instead of Adams. But you need Clank and you need Ward. Yeah, you're going to go ahead and heal Ward. But yeah, you want to make sure everyone's above 110. There we go. I do think this is probably the less efficient way to do things, though. You're probably better off with using Adams, but I wanted to use Preston. This is a time for multi-heal, though. But yeah, Preston's not really that great, but he kind of works. Let me see, that was like 50s. What about Kassizzle? Is Kassizzle better? It's only slightly better. You're probably better off using Frizzle because of MP concerns. But yeah, everyone's okay, so we're going to go ahead and Frizzle. On average, Frizzle does a little bit better. And Ward does a little bit more damage than an average Frizzle, so... Oh, bounce wore off. That's my issue there. Why don't you go ahead and Zenithian Shield, and you go ahead and heal Ward. But yeah, this fight, as usual, is not too hard. And Ferz just killed themselves. But alright, that's just one way you could do it. Now I'm gonna show you guys what happens when you bring Adam, so I'll meet you there. Be right back. Alright, now here's Queen Ferz if we were to do it with Adams instead. Now, you've already seen Clank and Ward set up. They're basically the same here. Adams just going to have the Staff of Salvation. That's the only difference. The only reason I don't really like using Adams for this fight is because once he gets Sap off, if no one needs healing, he can't do anything to help attack. So that's why I wanted to show both of these off instead. Adams is kind of... He really doesn't do as much now. He does less damage than Preston. But he's actually the more supportive because he has better speed and more spell uses, really. So anyway, show off your item, packs a punch yourself, you go ahead and Zenithian Shield, and you go ahead and Sap. Okay, we actually got it off. Ferz can actually resist that pretty well. Alright, go ahead and attack. By the way, the meteorite armband is on Queen Ferz. It doesn't need to be... not Queen Ferz. On Clank. It doesn't need to be, but for this fight, it doesn't really matter. I just have it on Clank because he's slow, and I like to have him attack first when I'm doing wild battles. That's the only reason he has it on. I'm going to have you go ahead and attack, but you are going to go ahead and pack some punch Ward. I'm maybe risking Adams a little bit here. Okay. Clank and Ward are in the safe zone, so Adams is just going to heal himself. It's actually good if Adams has to heal, because it gives him purpose of doing something. Otherwise, he really is not doing much. Like, if Ward has to heal, it's not really... Adams really doesn't get to do much. Some of the items that the people have here is because... Yeah, I have to multi-heal here. Is stuff that I use for... in general. I'm going to have Adams attack here because he's not going to have to do much. Yeah, 67 damage. If I had him oomphed, he might be doing a little bit better, but it's still not great. You two attacking. You just go ahead and keep salvationing. So yeah, it's the difference between having better attackers or having someone more supportive when it comes between Adams or Preston. I'm going to have you go ahead and Zenithian Shield, and you go ahead and salvation yourself. The Zenithian Shield is not absolutely necessary, but it's helpful. Yeah, you're going to have to multi-heal because two of you are in the danger zone. You know what? I'm going to play risky here. Heal Ward. And let's see. Okay, not bad. Risky paid off a little bit there. Yeah, because Clank has self-healing, he's basically fine. And there you go. I think, yeah, with Adams, you get by through it faster because they got better damage output with the attack and all that. But, I don't know. I find it less interesting to have Adams with us instead of Preston. Either way, you could defeat him with whoever you bring. And now that we're past it, we can bring the whole full party. So, there's nothing to worry about. Yeah, and Preston still levels up, so that's good. If Preston couldn't level up, like outside the not being in because he's not in the party, I would say you're better off bringing Preston. But that point is moot. So, all right. So I guess the next fight's gonna be King Korol. So I guess I'll see you there. Okay, guys, we're here at King Korol. Things are going to probably take a little bit longer than you'd want it to, because unfortunately we don't have very good attack and we can't sap, and if we use packs of punches here, it's going to get Disruptive Waved more often, and we kind of want to not have Disruptive Wave happen as much. If we had Oomph as a spell instead, it wouldn't be as bad because we could keep reapplying it. Unfortunately, we do not have that, though. I was just looking things over, and funny enough, I may have to give Ward the extra strength seeds because his strength is only a little bit better than Rotten Apples. Bear in mind, Orc King maxes out at level 30, so he still has some time, but still, it feels like we want him to get some decent attack, you know, when he's not healing. I'm not sure yet exactly on that, though, because maybe later on I might regret that. I just know Clank will eventually max out his attack. Ward eventually maxes around 150-ish, according to the Wikipedias. Adams is already maxed out. He may need to get all the life seeds that we've been gathering, because we may need him just to do that just to survive and all that. And Preston may need grinding just to get that agility up, because that's really what's lacking a lot here. Normally, I would be giving, like, Adams the Dragon Staff or something, but unfortunately, we need him to help spot heal, because he's the fastest. He's the second fastest we got. Whoever's not wearing the Meteorite Arm Bracer, he's faster than everyone else, though. So it's just kind of like, you need him, kind of, you know? So anyway, here's our items. For Clank, I took off the Meteorite Armband because, yeah, we need to have that on Ward. Sacred Armor as usual. Sacred Armor is probably going to be his final armor. That may change, I'm not sure, but he's got a Yiggleaf and a couple of Elfin Elixirs for just in case, but he's unlikely to use them. Then we got Ward, Meteorite Arm Bracer on them. The Elfin Charms are not needed for this fight, but they're there just because I'm lazy. And the crude image is just, I think it helps with crits, I'm not positive, but it seems to be because Ward crits more often than anyone else on the party. So I'm just going with it because he has the highest luck. And a couple of Elfin Elixirs for himself. He doesn't need Leaves because he has Kazing. As for Adams, he'll have the Staff of Salvation because he's the second fastest we have on the team, behind whoever's with the Meteorite Arm Bracer. Zenithian Sword to help get bounce down so Preston can use Frizzle. And he's got a Yiggleaf and a couple of Elfin Elixirs for just in cases. As for Preston, I do have the Dragon Staff on him, but I don't think it's a good idea to use it on him for this fight. Preston has a very good natural resistance to Ice Breath, which is what King Korol has. And if you use the Dragon Staff, you get new resistances, like you're immune to fire, but you're not immune to ice. And it shows. It's pretty bad. So this is a case where you'd probably want the Dragon Staff on somebody else, but because Adams is fast and we kind of want him to, you know, heal people before Korol goes, you're better off giving it to Adam. That to Adams, and Dragon Staff is unlikely to make much use. Plus, we don't want to be Disruptive Waved, because Preston's going to be using Absorb Magic, giving Absorb Magic to Ward, so Ward can keep getting MP for multi-heal when needed. And, but yeah, he's got some Yiggleaves and Elfin Elixirs just in case. For the most part, Preston's just going to be frizzling and supporting where he can. So that's our party. Let's jump into this fight. It's not, like I said, it's not really hard, but it is annoying, I would say, because it's going to take longer. We can't sap him. And our attack is not great. Only Clank's attack is decent. Ward's is only okay. So, anyway, he attacks. You don't have anything, because don't bother with bounce, it would get Disruptive Wave, so you attack. You can't really set up for anything because of reasons here, so you're better off just defending, because Adams really can't attack very well right now. And you are going to Absorb Magic for Ward. And that's why we didn't use Frizzle right away with Preston, because of that. So these two are going to attack. You're going to Disruptive Wave. And I'm going to have you attempt to Frizzle, because Adams should be faster, but hopefully Preston won't outspeed him. Of course, the dude defends anyway, so... But yeah, so these two are going to attack. Adams doesn't have any healing to do, so he's going to defend, and we're going to frizzle with Preston. Yes. Okay. Get some MP. Alright, and we're an okay level of damage. We want to be above 130 HP for Adams and Clank. So he's okay. I'm going to have him heal Preston, and you're going to frizzle because he shouldn't... Brow should not bounce yet, at least. Oh, he does, but didn't matter. Okay, you two attack. You go ahead and Disruptive Wave him. I'm not going to chance it. You're going to have you just attack regularly, just in case. Ugh. Yeah, he only does 16 damage. It's not much. All right, 105 is fine. I'm going to have you go ahead and heal. You go ahead and frizzle. All right, that's a multi-heal now because we're a little bit in danger. Which means you should just defend and you should frizzle. Yeah, Adams can't really contribute much, unfortunately, here, other than Item Wizard here. Let's see. We're in okay range where we don't actually have to multi-heal, so he's going to do that, and you're going to frizzle. Ward's going to have decent MP thanks to Absorb Magic, so I probably don't need to be doing all this spot healing like I am, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's see. Yeah, it's a... We don't need to multi-heal, but I'm going to. Adams, why don't you try attacking just for shits and giggles? Is bounce down? Yeah, see, he only does 11, so... It's not great. You go ahead and Disruptive Wave. You don't really have much. You know, for shits and giggles, go ahead and just get an Absorb Magic on yourself. Preston won't really need it, but Preston has surprisingly decent resistances, though. I was a little, well, surprised, for lack of better words. He's got pretty good resistance. He resists Ice Breath by 1/3 naturally, and he also has his Flowing Drift, so he absorbs it. He lowers it even further. Alright, you need to Staff of Salvation yourself, and you just keep frizzling. But yeah, Ward's not going to be able to... Oh, no. Too slow. But luckily, Preston can resist his own magic pretty well. Go ahead and... Zenithian Sword. Preston should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and use Drain Magic instead, because it won't do much if it matters anyway. Yeah, you get MP almost for free from him anyway, so it may as well. Go ahead and Salvation, and you go ahead and frizzle again. Yeah, Preston doesn't really have to worry too much. Let's see. Everyone is in okay, except for Adams, so we'll just keep going. The more we have to we get to Disruptive Wave, we're... Oh. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, Preston only took 41 damage from that. Okay, this is an absolute you must multi-heal. I'm going to also Salvation him just for safety, and you're going to frizzle. Yeah, the more we Disruptive Wave, the better, because it's less damage game output for us, or put on us. Ward, go ahead and attack. You Salvation. Yeah, our agility is at that middling point where sometimes King Korol can beat us, because Korol has 73 agility and everyone has a very close to that. You go ahead and heal yourself, because everyone else is fine. But yeah, you actually kind of want Preston to attack where he can, because he's got decent attack on this since you can't sap. You two attack. Why don't you go ahead and Zenithian Sword? I'm going to go ahead and risk a... I didn't need to, but risk a frizzle. A frizzle. Oh, that's a sad time to have a crit. You go ahead and heal, and you frizzle. But yeah, Clank's going to be the MVP in terms of attack. War's just a little extra damage, and Adams is support. You should be fine. You need to heal. And Preston is probably your second best attacker when he's able. All right, bounces up. Go ahead and do that. I'm gonna just defend. I'd rather not risk him hurting himself, really. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, go ahead and attack Clank. Clank is really good, honestly. Why don't you go ahead and Salvation, our healer, and you can frizzle. But yeah, again, it's not hard. It's just obnoxious, I'd say. That's actually multi-heal territory because everyone's a little bit in danger. So you go ahead, and I'm going to have you extra Salvation, Preston, for some security. Not that he needed it exactly, but that's okay. Alright, bounces up. This is where I wish that I had another healing item, because that's where Preston could also help out a little bit. When we get the Sage Stone, I'll probably give it to Adams, and Preston will be doing Salvation to help out here and there. I'm going to go ahead and risk a frizzle, because we're at full HP. But if Preston's hurt, I'd rather not. Adams, you don't have anything really to contribute right now, so you go ahead and defend. If I wanted to, I could give Adams an item to use a spell as. I think what probably be best is the Crackle Sword, whatever the Ice Sword is called. I can't remember what it is right now. I think it's Crackle Sword or something like that. Because it does decent damage. It does more than what Adams can do right now. Okay, go ahead and Zenithian Sword. You have some HP down. You defend. Okay, that's all right. Go ahead and Preston's fine if he gets blasted with full breath. That's the most dangerous thing that Korol has. Boom. That does hurt. Yeah, that's multi-heal because Adams will die if Ice Breath goes, and Preston needs the healing, so... Okay, go ahead and multi-heal. Why don't you go ahead and, just defend. Preston doesn't need that extra healing, so... There goes Bounce. Why don't you go ahead and do that, and your HP's safe enough. Go ahead and frizzle anyway. Most times when he bounces, yeah, he ends up defending, but I'd rather just try and frizzle anyway, because he doesn't always. Adams, you can't do much. Why don't you defend? Yeah. Adams is probably going to be dead weight when we have to do Estark. Oh, and there we go. Because, yeah, unfortunately, Adams is done leveling, so... And he has no breath resistance, so he is screwed later on. But we made it through. Again, it wasn't not that it's hard, it was just more obnoxious than anything. But we made it. That's all that matters. So, I guess the next time I'll see you guys is the last Ladja fight. So, I'll see you there. Sorry, my voice is squeaky. Alright, we're now here at Ladja, the final battle. There's a reason I picked my team as it is. Ward is immune to Paralyze, and Clank sometimes is resistant, so it helps. But anyway, here's our general levels. Adams is still hanging in there. Don't worry about my HPMP, we're going to be full healed soon. But in any case, here's my general setup. Now, Clank has a couple swords in the bag, but for this fight, you want the Metal King sword. But later on, you'll be seeing me use a different type of sword, because I believe it does more damage? We'll see. The Blizzard sword, I think that's what it's called, can actually do... Ooh, where is it? Yeah, Blizzard Blade, excuse me. If if they're immune to crack, it just does normal damage. But if they're only resistant or have zero resistances to it, it does a lot of damage. It usually does more damage even if they resist crack highly, but it's still it's generally if they're only like half or only a little or not resistant, that where it's really good. And on Nimzo, there are stages for it, so we'll see that in a bit. That's unrelated. I just wanted to mention it. I also have like other swords I pair in, but Metal King sword's probably the best here. Falcon sword might be okay, but I didn't test it and I don't really feel like it. So I feel like Falcon Blade's mostly good when you could sap or reliably oomph. Even oomph is not that great with Falcon Blade. But yeah, Clank's mostly going to be attacking, but he has the oh shit stuff here with the Elfin Elixirs, Leaf, and a Pax-a-Punch or two. Then we got Ward. Ward's got his best gear that possible. He's got the Ogre Shield. It was between Clank and Ward, and I give it to Ward because that's the best shield he can get defensively anyway. At least Clank has the Silver Shield. But yeah, Great Helm and all that. Mirai Arm Bracer because Ward is our main healer. We want him to go first. Crude Image. You don't need it for this fight. I just forgot to take it off. Don't worry about it. He's got the Stolo Staff to go ahead and cure Paralyze. I forgot to grab Moonwort Bulbs. You don't need to have them, but it probably helps to have some on maybe Preston or Adams for this. I also left the Elfin Charms, even though they don't really work in this fight. It's just, you know, superstition. I got an extra Staff of Salvation from one of the TNT boards when you go to the Treasure Trove in there. So I have one on Ward and another one on Adams, just so you guys know. But this is just so if Ward needs to do self-healing or do some spot healing without having to use multi-heal, that's what it's for. I also have the Fairy Foil on him. He's going to only use that like once or twice, and then he's going to jump in. The others honestly shouldn't bother with it, because the breath attack's the worst of it. And you don't want to be setting up when you have all the breath attacks coming at you. Also, one Elfin Elixir, and a Pax-a-Punch that he probably doesn't really need to use. I had the Zenithian Shield as an idea, but you don't want to bother. Adams... Oh, Adams. I probably eventually should get rid of his Steel Fangs, because he's never really going to attack. He's going to be using the Staff of Salvation, because he's probably going to die more often, unfortunately. He just does not have the resistances for the breath attacks at all. But he'll be doing spot healing. That's mostly what he'll be doing at times. He's also got some oh shit Yigleaves. He'll set up Pax-a-Punches for both Clank and Ward if he can get a chance. And Elfin Elixirs when Ward's running low. Now, Preston here, he's going to be using the Sage's Stone. That's because he's only sometimes faster than Ladja, but it's still most of the time he is. Even when he's not, that's where Adams comes in. He does the spot healing for the person that's not going to survive. And that's that. Also some oh shit Yigleaves, Elfin Elixir, and a Pax-a-Punch just in case Adams can't fulfill the duty or something like that. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have bothered with the Pax-a-Punches. That's where the excess Pax-a-Punches are. Should probably be like Moonwort Bulbs or something. You only need really 2, maybe 3 in case Clank dies, because Clank doesn't really have much resistance to ice, unfortunately, since I'm using the Sacred Armor. And even then, the armor that would resist it, it's only... He gets back the HP that most armors that you could resist with have. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it, like, because Sacred Armor does like 30 HP each round, and the armor only minuses like 20. It's not or something like that. So you basically, as long as you can survive the hit, he's coming up ahead with Sacred Armor. Sort of like I mentioned that with the Son and Daughter run when I had Son using Sacred Armor. Anyway, one thing I wanted to note is I ended up having to use some Life Seeds on Adams because he only had 170 HP at max, like 170s. So I used some Life Seeds to get him up to 200. Eventually, I think if I want him to live, he needs to get up to 250. Otherwise, this might be just become a trio. Adams, unfortunately, is just not meant to be here this late. Though he's still very helpful. He just can't survive. That's his main issue. So, just wanted to mention that. I didn't use all my Life Seeds, just some of them. He also may have gotten random stats from Treasures and Trapdoors. But anyway, I will meet you at the start of the fight next. and we'll get this going. Okay, we're here. Normally the hero gets revived at this point, but I just got to fast forwarded till Ladja killed him off, so just letting you guys know. Otherwise, he's mostly fully healed. But okay, boss time. Let's do this. So you're going to attack. Ward is going to fairy foil because this is the best time to be doing so. Adams is going to Pax-a-Punch Clank because Clank's duty is just attack, attack, attack. And let's see, you are going to Frizzle. Preston's going to be intermixing. He has very good breath resistances, so we actually don't have to worry about him too much. Mostly ice resistance, but he also has a decent fire resist from the flowing dress he has. He also has very good natural ice one based resistances. Right, you go ahead and attack. Are you going to attack? No, you should actually go ahead and fairy foil one more time. You're going to spot heal yourself. You're going to Sage Stone. Yeah, Preston's mostly going to be Sage Stoning, but will be helping out with Frizzles when they're able. Adams is mostly going to be healing himself. Okay, you go ahead and attack. I'm going to have you use your Pax-a-Punch on Ward, so you Sage Stone. Adams might die, though. Okay, he should be fine. And here comes the pain in the ass. Adams and Preston will always be paralyzed. So I'm going to be focusing on getting Preston up and running so we can get a Sage Stone in sometimes. Okay, good. We're going to Stillo Staff Clank, and you're going to Sage Stone. Preston mainly needs to worry about the single target hits on himself. You're going to go ahead and Stillo Staff. Adams still might die here. Yep, there goes Adams. But I'm glad I got that in. Alright. You can attack. We should be okay enough that you just Kazing and you can Sage Stone. Yeah, having someone with Kazing does help a little bit here. Alright. Is Adam... Okay, good. We're okay. Let me see. How is your HP, guys? Yeah, you can get away with attacking. You self-heal, and you should Sage Stone. You kind of want to use Ward's spell, healing sparingly, because he doesn't have as much MP, and it's very expensive. Okay, I think we can get away with Preston attacking this time. Ward with Pax-a-Punch does more damage than Preston, but if Ward does not have Pax-a-Punch, then you want Preston to attack more often than... let's see. You guys attack. You guys... Flank should be okay. You're going to go ahead and self-heal, and you can Frizzle. Very good. Yeah, we're okay. Alright, this is a multi-heal Sage Stone, and Adams is probably going to have to heal himself as well. We're going to have a lot of just super cautious times, because Adams really can't contribute to the attack anyway. Yeah, you should Sage Stone just to help out Ward. There we go. Okay. That's actually doable. Okay. You guys attack. I'm going to actually have you help out with the Staff of Salvationing here. That's where it helps to have Ward with one of those. But yeah, Adams' strength is in his speed. That's really all it is. Otherwise, he is super duper fragile, as you're seeing. Okay, yeah, we can just get him back up. If I didn't have Kazing, I would probably be just leaving Adams to dead, because he just isn't as helpful. But since we have Kazing, we have some Elfin Elixirs, it's basically recyclable, I guess you could say. Because, like, you know, we can always keep refilling the MP and all. Yeah. Okay, very good. Yeah, Preston is getting a little more speed, but he's still not up to date. I am very likely going to be grinding a... Oh boy, that was a little close. Grinding a bit before Nimzo, just to get Preston's stats a little more impressive. I don't know, I've been always saying that. Yeah, this is definitely an attack, multi-heal, salvation time. But as you can see, Preston's pretty good with breath resistance. It's just his HP is a little bit on the low side right now. Okay, very good. you could just heal and you could frizzle. Yeah, this is probably how this is going to go for the rest of the fights here, where Adams is likely going to die, and... Oh, there goes Adams. Oh, wow! Depending the roll, Adams could just go down, so that was lucky. But yeah, essentially, Ward and Preston will be trading times for when they get to attack, and Adams just tries to help. If Adams... I would say, like, yeah, Adams would probably be the dedicated Dragon Staff user if he was a little bit slower, or if Preston was faster than him. But because Adams is so fast, we kind of want to use him for other item usage instead. Yeah, we can get away with Staff of Salvation and Sage Stone. I probably don't even really need to Sage Stone there. I probably should have Frizzled instead. But that's okay, and... Okay, no second turn, Adam survives. You should multi-heal. You should Salvation, which means you can Frizzle. And depending this next turn, Adams is likely going to be giving MP for Ward. Oh boy. How bad? I'm going to... Adams may die here, but I'm going to go ahead and undo Preston. Of course. We're still okay. That's where those little fairy foil uses helps out Ward here. Okay, he's gonna have to multi-heal this time. We're getting a little stun locked here. Unfortunately, this does leave us in a bit of a vulnerable position. Yep, that was what I was worried about. Oh boy. You don't have full heal, so this might go poorly. Alright, that's fine, and that's fine. Adams can die, we're fine with that. We need to keep Ward up, though. Stop that. Yeah, we're stuck in a loop right now. We have to keep healing Ward, and Ward does not have very good single target stuff. Oh, Clank snapped out of it. Okay, good. And there he goes. Preston, get up here. I'm probably better off undoing... I should have probably undone Clank instead, but whatever. I'm going to have you multi-heal, and you are going to actually Yiggly Adams. If Adams doesn't just die outright here. This is where it'd be better if Adams had a couple Moonwort bulbs, so this way Ward wouldn't have to do this part here. But yeah, you are going to have to heal, and you're going to have to Sage Stone. Okay. Alright, we're okay. We're fine now. Yeah, as you can see, things can get a little dire there. Yeah, go for Preston, and Preston does not need to... Yeah, so he could just Frizzle. Since this Ladja does not use Bounce, Preston gets to have more of a presence here. Here, go ahead and do Spot Heal, and you... Nope, whoops. You can just Frizzle. The Sizzle technically does more damage, but Preston will lose out on the MP a little bit too fast. Alright, this is a case where we want you to Salvation and Salvation... Okay, and there they go. Alright, that's not too bad. We could spend a turn to Stolo Staff Preston. There we go again. And there goes Adams, that's fine. You need to multi-heal. If you really have to, you could try stalling out Ladja a bit. Oh, but with just multi-heal, but... It gets risky with the MP loss and all. I'm going to have you do Clank instead. Okay, that's fine. You attack. You get Preston up. Alright. Not too bad. That was a little risky, but that's okay. And now you Zing. And you Sage Stone. Okay, good. Ward should be okay. Adams is down again. Oh, wow. No, he isn't. Good job. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to use life seeds on Adams to try to get his HP up to 250. 250 seems to be the magic number for people. Yeah, you should multi-heal. You should salvation. You should frizzle. Because Ladja should almost be down. This is taking a while. There you go. Yeah, that should have been shorter than it was, but unfortunately Ladja was kind of sticking us with that burning breath a bit. My test run went a lot faster than that, but alright. Ladja's down. All we got left is Nimzo. I'll probably be doing a little bit of... Oh, you learned Flak. A little bit of grinding like I mentioned, and I'll meet you back at Nimzo. Alright guys, we're here at Nimzo. I did just a little bit of grinding. I did enough for 1 musk's worth of Metal Kings. That might be different to some other people though, but don't worry about it. Essentially, I just killed a bunch of Metal Kings, and now our levels are much higher. Ward's at level 24, when I think he was at 20. It's at like 19 or something like that. But the important thing is our stats have actually gotten pretty good here. Flank, I'm honestly tempted to give him some strength seeds, even though he can naturally get much better strength overall in time with levels. I feel like he should be just a little bit stronger, but he's still pretty good. Ward here, he's only a little bit, has a little less damage, but that's not going to matter much because Clank here is going to have the Blizzard Blade, which in the beginning he's not going to use it because first form Nimzo is immune to crack. However, second form Nimzo has 0 immunity, which means that it does even more damage than the Metal King Sword. Also, I did test it out with Falcon Sword, and Falcon Sword's weaker in this one. Metal King Sword outpaces Falcon Sword at least when you can't sap. I haven't tested sap, but then again I didn't need to here. But I'm pretty sure Metal King generally is going to outperform, with Blizzard Blade outperforming whenever someone has a weakness or 0 immunity to crack. But yeah, Orc King has very good HP. He's going to be very sturdy. He also has a little bit of resistances to some of the spells and Kasaps later. So that's good. His only weakness right now is his MP. That's what Elfin Elixirs are for. He's also got better defense and HP than Clank, and probably should be up front, but I don't like having my healers all the way up front. Same with Adams here. Adams probably should be in the back, but I want to keep Preston alive a little more than I want Adams to be alive, because Adams is probably going to die a couple times. There's no doubt about that, but he actually survives decently well if you keep up with your healing and you don't get super unlucky. Last phase of Nimzo is probably where Adams will die the most if he gets targeted. But in any case, yeah. The good thing here is Preston has grown some levels and his agility is now like 98. This is after also putting some seeds into it too. But it's good since he will generally outpace the boss. Only once in a rare moment should the Nimzo actually go before Preston. As for items, I have the usual bunches of Yig Leaves and Elfin Elixirs on everybody. To start with, Clank's going to have the Metal King Sword as discussed, and then last phase you'll have the Blizzard Blade. Even though it has less attack, it will have better power. Then we have Ward. He's got his great bow. I gave them the Metal King Helm. I probably should trade it with Clank instead, since Clank's in front and has less HP, but the defense doesn't matter that much here, and I like to protect my healers more. It's easier to Kazing than having to revive the healer, in my opinion. They got their resistances all up and nice. Don't ask me why. I feel like this crude image is now superstition. I feel like I have to keep it on Ward. Meteorite Bracer here is going to keep Ward ahead of the game to multi-heal us. General rule with healers I have. They also have the Staff of Salvation, so that they can do some spot healing if they need to be fast. A Yigdu, you shouldn't need it this fight, but it's a just in case. And then Elfin Elixirs and Yigleaf. I managed to get a Rebirth Stone from the Nadiria Treasures and Trapdoors board. You don't need it, just so you know. This is an oh shit button, just like the Yigdu is. This means I will have 2 of these when we do Estark. So, as for Adams, I took away his weapon. He does not have the attack to even affect anything. You're better off using an item like the Icicle Dirk, Lightning Staff, or Dragon Staff for damage. Dragon Staff has the best damage output, but Icicle Dirk's good when you need to keep Adams. You want to have some you don't want Adams to go autonomous. That's the best time to be using those. But when you just need to get some damage output going, as well as you need to be Disruptive Waved, this is when Dragon Staff comes in handy. And also the first phase, I like to Dragon Staff Adams. It helps him. Also, he'll be doing some spot healing with Staff Salvation, and is our designated elixir person. Preston here probably doesn't need his Gringham Whip, but he's got it. I didn't take it off because they shouldn't need to use all their item space, so it's okay. Got their general items here. They don't get a shield with resistance, but the Dark Shield's the best defense they can get, so they go with it. Same with the Hades Helm. And Flowing Dress is tied with the Dark Robe, but the Dark Robe only covers magic spells, so you're better off the Flowing Dress since that's a little bit more dangerous than the spells. Preston also has decent resistance to breath and magic. Very good ice resistance, okay fire resistance, and I'd rather have the extra fire resistance from the Flowing Dress to help Preston survive. There will be the designated Sage Stone user, since Adams will be autonomous or dead at times, so we'd rather just go ahead and give it to Preston, who's more reliable, and actually has better survival, oddly enough. And a bunch of Elfin Elixirs and Yigleafs, because they just basically will be using either the Sage Stone or their spells. They actually will be attacking, though. And with that all said, I will meet you in the battle, since it takes a while to charge up, to get there, I mean. So, I'll see you there in a bit. Alright, here we are with Nimzo. For boss time, as H.C. Bailey might say. He says it better, though. Alright. Flank is going to do the wacko route of just attack. Ward doesn't really have any setups to do, so they will just be attacking. Adams, we're just jumping right into Dragon Staff territory. And as for Preston, yeah, they could actually attack too. We don't really have much setup on this, so we'll just go ahead. Adams is going to be covering the regen that Nimzo has. Alright, we're already going to have to multi-heal. Great. Yeah, you're better off multi-healing instead of using the Staff of Salvation. I'm just going to go ahead and let Preston help out with that to keep Adams alive for now. Because Adams you want to have at max HP as often as you can. Alright, we're fine with that. Ward can survive, so we're okay. We're just gonna frizzle this for a bit. Get as much damage out as we can. And ouchies. I'm glad Ward has pretty good defense with this. What do you do? Oh, it's the ogre, and this only does magic, so it's the ogre shield that's helping them, plus some natural resistance. This is an absolute multi-heal time. I'm tempted to attack instead. You know what? We're going to risk Adams. If I have to revive him, I'll have Preston take care of it. Okay, that's not bad, actually. Now, Preston's now out damaging Ward, so Ward's going to go ahead and do the spot healing, while Preston goes ahead and does the damage. Alright, now it's an absolutely must Sage Stone with this multi-heal. But this is where Adams is pretty good with just Dragon Staffing. And I'm so glad I discovered Dragon Staff strategies here. It's actually pretty damn useful for the less useful people in your party. Alright, well, Clank's going to be focusing down. Everyone else is pretty good HP. I'm going to say, yeah. Ward, go ahead and focus down Grandmaster Nimzo. And Adams and Preston will take care of the killing machines. Yeah, it'd be more useful if Preston had Frizzle, but Frizzle is still pretty powerful. It outdamages Ward, so... Uh-oh. Yeah, if Adams gets attacked, it's almost over, but killing machines should die this turn from Adams, so... Yeah, you go ahead and keep attacking, you multi-heal, and you need to Sage Stone. Okay. Got a little worried there that it would hit Adams, because that can get dangerous. Ah, the Rectors. The Rectors can fuck this up a bit. Mostly for Preston. Because Preston likes to use his spells, and if those guys can cast Bounce, and they almost always will, they'll cast it on Nimzo so that Preston can't do anything. Okay, one of them's down at least. Alright, another multi-heal. Yeah. Another multi-heal Sage Stone time. Again, it's mostly for Adams. But this should take care of the Rector. Preston doesn't actually have to sizzle them, but I prefer to get rid of the extras faster than leaving them to linger. You can go ahead and attack, and you're going to sizzle them. It's weird. He hasn't disruptive waved at all. I was expecting that, to be honest. Also, we are one-turning some of these robots sometimes. Oh, shit. Adams, I don't know how you're hanging on. It's amazing. You absolutely need to multi-heal. Actually, wait. No, you don't, actually. You could just do this instead. Let's save some MP. That should be enough. Keep Adams alive. Yeah, you can attack, and you should Sage Stone again. He always needs... It seems to always need someone healing, really. Oh, boy. Okay, that was dangerous. Yeah, multi-heal. I'm actually going to have them sizzle the Rectors. Get rid of them faster. They haven't cast Bounce yet, so I'm kind of happy with that. Don't hit Adams? Of course you hit Adams, you dick. I'm going to have you Salvation, and you go ahead and Frizzle. Adams might die here, but again, Adams is basically expected to die, so don't worry too much about him. He is helping. I'm not saying that. Oh, there he goes. Yeah. A low roll might have had him survive, but it's not a big deal. Go ahead and zing him up. We're almost done probably here. Ow. Go ahead and just do a Salvation, and why don't you actually... Yeah, you go ahead and Salvation Ward, and you could Frizzle. But yeah, Adams can be multifaceted here. He just does not survive very well. Anyone that's fast can utilize items pretty well. Yeah, you're going to have to multi-heal. I'm going to actually have you transform here, and then you're going to Sage Stone. Keep that steady damage going. The backup, man. Yeah. We don't have as much damage as we should right now. Because Clank is... He's strong, but he's more on the tank side. I'm going to actually focus down on Grandmaster Nimzo, because he should almost be down. I could sizzle next turn if I must. Yeah, there we go. I thought so. Alright, now it's time for the final form. And I'm going to fast forward this part because this guy talks way too slow. Yeah. Scream, suffering, blah, blah. We know. But yeah, for this fight, Adams can survive, but again, he is definitely the weakest link here now. But I like that he can still contribute. It's his agility and general well-rounded stats that help him. It's his HP and armor selection that just really puts him back. But this is now where we want to equip the Blizzard Blade on Clank. It'll do about 20 more damage than what he would with the Metal King Sword, which adds up over time, I'd say. If we were using Oomph and such, it would probably do more. Alright, for you, I want you... You should probably just attack. No, wait. Spot heal. Go ahead and do some spot healing. Do I want you to be in control still? Yeah, you go ahead and also spot heal while you set up an absorb magic for ward to get them some more MP. Okay, we're fine there. Yeah, you can attack, and he could just cover the spot healing for the time being. Bounce is up at the moment, so Preston can't do too much. I'm going to have Preston also Dark Shield to get some magic back too. Yep, that's good timing. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, you guys attack for now. I'm going to have you... Yeah, go ahead, Salvation. It'll max him out. Yeah, Adams is almost never going to attack directly. He's going to use items or something. Alright, that was one defense down. Okay. Go ahead and multi-heal. I'm going to have you spot heal yourself. You can't attack it. Damn it, his thing's not down yet. So yeah, you're better off just Sage Stoning and helping out. It's probably unnecessary, to be honest. Yeah. But Preston can't do anything yet until that bounce goes down. Okay. Yeah, you can just keep attacking. And you two just keep healing for the time being. Until bounce goes down. But we also have to watch out for it coming back up. Like this is his phase where he'll actually use bounce more often. Oh, his bounce is down. Okay. You two attack. Time for you to go dragon, because we got Kasap twice. And you go ahead and frizzle. It might come back at Preston, because every now and then Nimzo's faster. Ow! You go ahead and salvation him. I'd rather you just use a salvation. If Adams has to die, it's fine. Hopefully, this guy will use fire breath instead. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Because if he uses fire breath, there it goes, then Adams is immune while he's in dragon form, so... yeah, you can just get away with salvation, and you're gonna Sage Stone, because bounce is up again. But yeah, it's great to see Adams be useful like this at this late of stage. Yeah, Sage Stone and salvation again. Really, it's all about utilizing your items that you have available to you. Also, the Kaboom is giving us lots of MP, so I'm enjoying that. Yeah, we're already Kasapped out. Yeah, you gotta help with the spot healing. See, it's good that we have atoms like this, because this means we have at least two people always attacking. Yeah, that immunity is so good. Alright, Disruptive Wave. Our defense is back to normal. We're good. And we're actually at a point where you both can attack. I'm going to have you Salvation Preston, and you're going to Sage Stone. I think bounce went down, but I'm not positive. It's not a big deal if whether it has or hasn't. I gotta get these absorb magics up again. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a multi-heal, salvation. Everyone else should be fine. We might be able to get away with it. Go ahead and frizzle. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Back to supporting with Preston here. Let me see. We only had one Kasap so far. Actually, no. You attack. You go ahead and spot heal Clank, and you gotta help. You gotta Sage Stone. Once I can get the absorb magics up, I will. But for the moment, we're kind of stuck. Oh, actually, this is the time for it. Because you got to spot heal yourself. Why don't you absorb magic for Ward? Ward's MP is more important than Preston's at the moment. So it will come to a point where Preston needs MP too. Well, it did come to a point on one of my test runs. I think that's the second one. You're going to go ahead and Dragon Staff. You're going to Sage Stone. Nice hit. Immunity, bitch. Yeah, Ward's gonna have to multi-heal, but then... Oh, wait, nope. The bounce is still up. May as well get an Absorb Magic for you. When Nimzo starts meditating... Oh, bounce is worn off. We don't have to worry about bounce anymore. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna have you two go ahead and Salvation there. And you can frizzle while it's down. Okay, that's the first one of Kassaps again. You got a multi-heal, and you got a spot heal. Why don't you set up Absorb Magic again? Ow. I think we can get away with him attacking you, Salvation yourself, and you Sage Stone. There we go. Ow. Again, all these parties never have fucking... Oh, that's a second Kassap. Never have fucking, Insulate. I'm gonna change that for next time, I swear. I think, yeah, it's time for you to Dragon Staff, and you're going to Sage Stone multi-heal combo. Multi-heal is pretty damn powerful already, so... Alright, we only have one multi-heal left, so... I can get away with Sage Stoning. Alright, we're good, actually. I'm glad they did that there. You're actually going to multi-heal so that we can utilize that MP, and then Elfin Elixir you. And since you're multi-healing and you haven't... Oh, wait, you could set up Absorb Magic on... I'd like to try to keep an Absorb Magic on Ward if I can. I was going to Frizzle, but nah. That's one Kassap. Alright. Multi-heal, Spot Heal, and Frizzle. This is probably the meditation stage. Because I haven't seen bounce come up in a while. Alright, that was a second Kassap. Go ahead and Dragon Staff, and we're actually in decent HP that everyone can actually jump into the attack here. But yeah, Ward, Adams, and Preston have middling attacks at the moment. I think... You know what? I'm going to do this. You spot heal. Go back to Dragoning right now. Because I want to try to save MP a little bit. That way we had two people attacking. Yeah, that's the first Kassap too. Yeah, you're going to Staff of Salvation, and you're going to Frizzle. Flank should be able to survive in general, but he can get unlucky sometimes. Alright, defense is back to normal. Why don't you play Spot Healer for now? Oh wait, actually you don't need to. He could play Spot Healer for now, and you can Frizzle. Having two Staffs of Salvation is a little helpful. Uh-oh, Adams is down. Sometimes that does happen. We gotta get everyone else's HP up first before we revive Adams. It was crits, dude. You are angry, man. Go ahead and Kazing. We're in okay shape, so you can go ahead and Frizzle. Alright, that's a bit deadly. Clank might go down. Adam is down already. Wow. Jeez. Yeah, sometimes it's just not worth getting him back up. We have to double down on the healing. Jeez! Clank! Oh, and we're the desperate attack phase. We didn't even get the meditation at all. Okay, wow. I'm gonna actually, yeah. You know what? I'm actually gonna Yigdu here, and then Preston can revive Adams. We don't absolutely need Adams here, but I'd rather have him than not have him. Okay, that's okay. I want you to salvation him. I'm gonna have you go dragon, and we want to get these attacks in. I can get another Yigdu, so I'm not too worried about it. That was more like, we didn't need to do that, but it felt more useful so I can get more of my turns. Alright, you can attack this time, and I'll do a Sage Stone to help you with your MP. We're in the final phase, though, so I probably would have been fine anyway, but whatever. I like that whenever we had to double down on healing, Clank seemed to be, like, angry attacking, like, I got this, fuck you! Alright, you do that, and I'm gonna have Frizzle. It's nice when your party kind of works like that together. Alright, is Clank gonna die? No, he's not. Good job. Good job on not dying, Clank. Oh, right, sorry. You multi-heal, which means you can Frizzle. Yeah, I wanted to get more damage output, so this is a point where I'm just going to keep throwing atoms like this. And since he's immune to fire, it really helps too. Ooh, damn. I was going to say, oh good, I could just get away with one multi-heal, but nope. I have to Sage Stone now too. Okay. Okay, yeah. Adams literally could not survive that no matter what, even at full HP. That's where I probably should have given him something else. Given him some more HP. But yeah, go ahead and Kazing. I'm gonna say Sage Stone. Oh no, you're slower. Okay, at least he didn't attack twice this time, because it might have been curtains for Clank there. I'm gonna have him attack so you could spot heal with that, and you Frizzle. Those crits! My god, Clank! Okay, ouch. Yeah, this is a multi-heal. You Dragon Staff, you Sage Stone. The saps don't matter much now anyway, but we want the damaged. And also slightly the resistance for Adams. Nice. Clank was a fucking beast. He was not like that in my test runs. Holy crap. Those were like angry crits from Clank. I don't know. I don't think that's like a tendency. I think that was literally just luck, so. But we were gonna beat him either way. It just could have been a little bit cleaner, I'd say. Alright, that was Nimzo. For Estark, we might have to ditch Adams, I'm afraid to say, because Estark doesn't hold any fucking punches. So, we'll have to see how that goes. I think I'm going to give all my seeds to Adams anyway, because I could at least overgrind the others, if I must. So, alright guys, I guess I'll see you at Estark then. Okay, here we are at Estark. I was able to get a test run done without them. That was successful anyway. And it seems like I should be able to do this. Now, as you can see, my party's in a different order than usual, but it's needed because Ward's maxed out on his level at level 30, and his HP is ridiculous. He also has some resistances, unlike poor Clank. Clank is going to be relying on that Sacred Armor to heal him. I do believe that he might want to switch armors to help him with some of the resistances and all. But the armors, I don't know. I don't really care for them. They're doing less. So I feel like it's less is more. But I guess maybe you're better off with doing elemental resistance. I'm not sure. For now, though, I stuck with the sacred armor. So, but anyway, what I wanted to do is go over our stats here. As you can see, Ward is massive in terms of stats here. Great HP, MP's fair. I mean, like, honestly, it's pretty good. I shouldn't say fair. Great defense, good attack too, but he's not really going to be attacking much. He's going to be stuck healing, honestly. But then we have Clank here. Clank, agility is kind of meh, but it's okay. Got okay stats for the most part. It's his strength and decent HP that's really where he's going to shine. His defense suffers a little, but he also gave up both the Ogre Shield and the Metal King Helm, both of which Orc King doesn't really need to be wearing, but I feel like healers should be safer. Clank's going to be the main attacker, and as you can see, he's wearing the Blizzard Blade. The Blizzard Blade does more damage than any of the other weapons, including both Falcon Blade and Metal King Sword, against Estark, because Estark has 0 resistance to crack. So he'll be doing better, consistent damage with that. And as mentioned before, it has the Sacred Armor instead of regular resisting armor. Then we're going to have Preston, our Prestidigitator. His agility is still not great, unfortunately, compared to everybody else's. He doesn't really need his Gringham Whip, but he has it anyway. It's not a big deal. HP above 250 seems to be the safe spot, really. 218 MP, so his MP is not going to run out. He's also not going to bother with Absorb Magic because he's going to be double dutying on item usage. I was trying to get Adams to be the item user, but unfortunately, Adams can't survive reliably enough. So it just doesn't work in the end to give him either Sage Stone or the War Drum. Still, Preston is okay, and if I grinded him more, he'd probably be a little bit better, because he can go up to 99, so he can be pretty good. Same with Clank. Clank could be even better. Clank can get a lot of HP if you level him all the way to 99, but I don't want to or really need to in order to win. It's just going to be a little sloppy. That's all. Then we have Adams. I gave him all of the life seeds, and I even gave him some resilient seeds to give him a little bit of better defense, but I really don't think I should have given him the resilient seeds at all. It's honestly not worth it. The HP seeds do help a little bit, but that was all the naturally found game life seeds, and maybe like 1 or 2 that I found on TNT boards, and I think I got all the ones from the TNT boards that have a static chest for them, I mean. So yeah, this is everything that we could do for him. 232 HP, and he's still going to die pretty fast because his equipment pool is terrible. He could still be somewhat useful, but unfortunately, except for Ward, everyone's speed is at that point where Estark sometimes is going to go ahead of us. It sucks. It's really not great. I wish there was a weapon or something that they could equip that would make them faster too, but unfortunately not in this game. I think that comes in maybe a later game. But yeah, so Adams is not going to be attacking. He's going to be using items. That's all he's going to be doing. Here's our item setup. Ward has his great bow, magic armor. The magic armor is his best defense equipment there. He could probably wear a flame armor instead to get some more breath resistances. I don't know. It's here or there, really. He's also got the Mirai Arm Bracer because he's full healing, and Staff of Salvation to help spot heal. Yigdu for oh shit moments, and I gave him both of the Rebirth Stones. You might only have one at this point because you get one naturally from this bonus dungeon, but I got the other one, as previously mentioned in the Nimzo battle. I got it from a TNT board, so I'm going to be utilizing them all. Also one Yigleaf in case his MP's out and he really needs to do something. And anyway, Clank, as mentioned before, has Blizzard Blade. I took off all other accessories because they don't really help here. Yeah, I finally took off the Luck accessory from Ward. He has basically a couple elephants and a bunch of Yigleaves just in case that he really needs to help out, but for the most part, he shouldn't. Then we have Preston. Preston's double dutying Sage Stones and War Drums, and has a couple Elfin Elixirs, but mostly Yigleaves, because he's most likely going to be the one reviving Adams, Because Ward's going to be almost multi-healing all the time. There's no room for error, unfortunately, here. Adams will have both the Staff of Salvation and the Dragon Staff. The Dragon Staff I really want to use more often because it gives him resistance to the Fire Breath, so he can take the Cold Breath and won't have to worry about a follow-up Fire Breath at times. But he's also got a bunch of Elfin Elixirs and Yig Leaves. He's the one that's going to be MPing up Ward for us. Sometimes I might even just revive him just for that purpose and he'll die again. So, that's the general setup here. Now is the time for the fight. If I do lose in this recorded run, I'm going to show you the loss, and then I'm going to do a fast-forward version. But we should be okay, but we still can get incredibly unlucky. This game, this boss can be difficult. Alright. So, first move for you, this is one of the few times Ward's going to get to attack. Clank has nothing for setup, he attacks. You are going to Ward Drum, and I'm actually going to start off with the Dragon Staff. Because Adams has literally nothing else he could do. There's a very good chance he's just going to Disruptive Wave, but... Oh, good. Because then Adams resisted. Alright, we're in good shape actually here. Whoops. You're going to multi-heal, and we can't Frizzle right now because he starts with the bounce spell. So we're going to just spam Sage Stone, even though most of us don't need it. It'll keep Ward capped up a little bit. Yeah, see, Preston's going last for some dumb reason now. Even though he's faster naturally than Clank only by 10. It's all about the weird rolls that they get. Anyway, multi-heal should cover you, but I'm going to Sage Stone anyway because I still can't frizzle with Preston right now. At least we're topping up our HP. Oh, Adams is going to die. He double colded. That sucks. Let's see. That'll be 100. You should still attack. And I'm actually going to Ward Drum instead. Him Disruptive Waving is fine. Oh, I didn't even set up anything yet. That's kind of funny. Alright, you get to Kazing. You attack, and you're going to Sage Stone. That's kind of funny. It predicted something off. I think that's kind of a bug, really. Alright, you're going to multi-heal, you're going to attack, you're going to Sage Stone, and you are going to, let's see. You're going to get 100 and then 50 at least. So you're fine. 150, you're fine. 150. You're going to heal Clank. Yeah, Adams is going to help spot heal sometimes. He's very likely to die more than that, often than not. Alright, go ahead and multi-heal. That actually should cover. So you go ahead and frizzle. Yeah, you're going to get only 198. Yeah, you're going to go ahead and self-heal yourself here. By the way, if you don't have a Staff of Salvation, you could substitute with Power Shield sometimes for at least one person healing themselves. Alright, and we're okay. Multi-heal, attack, Sage Stone. You're going to get 150 back. You're fine. Okay, Dragon Staff then. He could spot heal Flank, but I really just want to keep him doing a little extra damage, and also to survive Fire Breaths. Yeah, Kaboom hits him hard. Gonna have to multi-heal and Sage Stone again. It's gonna be a lot of extra healing because we don't have Omni Heal and we do not have a full heal user. And to make matters worse, we also don't have double Cold Breath. God, usually he mixes it up a little. All right. I've also considered Miracle Sorting, but I want Clank to get as much damage out as possible. This is a case where I'm going to use Ward's big HP to our advantage. Though I'm not sure. I think multi-heal heals more than Staff of Salvation. I'm honestly not sure. I think I'll just go ahead and multi-heal anyway. We have to keep Clank alive. Alright, now that we're Disruptive Wave, that's not too bad. One day we'll have a party of with Insulate again. You're gonna go ahead and revive Adams, Preston. Why are you going first? It's so fucking weird with our agility rolls. I think our agilities are just too similar, and the game's just confused a bit. Clank might be dead. Yeah, Clank's dead. Ooh, we are in a tough spot here. We're gonna go ahead and just... Now, actually, you should multi-heal, and you should go ahead and just revive Clank. Clank should be able to take a hit. And he did. Keep multi-healing, you attack, and you need to revive Adams. Preston's gonna run out of leaves here. Yeah. 3. Alright, you're gonna multi-heal. I want you to Sage Stone, and I'm gonna have you Elfin Elixir Ward. Do it early, and I want Adams to be the one doing it. Oh, come on! Adams should have went. At least it wasn't a double breath. Okay, multi-heal, Sage... No, War Drum, and sacrifice yourself. Help out Clank. Adams might survive. You don't know. If he was a dragon... Oh, God. Alright. You're gonna multi-heal, you're gonna attack, you get to play Reviver this time. Alright. That was a good choice. Preston can take magic attacks pretty well. Yeah, you're gonna have to multi-heal again. I'm gonna actually have you Frizzle, and you're gonna self-heal for now. Ah, Adams is dead. Or not. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Okay, you're gonna multi-heal. I'm gonna have you War Drum, and let's see. You'll be getting about 100 back. You should be fine. 100 back. I'm gonna have him Dragon Staff to help him survive. Yeah. It's a good thing we actually have Kazing this time. Oh, jeez. Preston being slow, it can be annoying. Please do Fire Breath instead of Cold. Damn it! Yeah, his dragon form, Adam's dragon form, does not have any ice resistance. But yeah, this is not a clean fight at all. Not having full heal is the pits. And now you Fire Breath like an asshole. Alright. No. You're gonna multi-heal. I'm gonna actually have him go ahead and do the leaf this time, while you go ahead and War Drum. Well, at least he Disruptive Waved instead of something else. And Kaboom is manageable. It sucks, but it's manageable. Multi-heal covers that. So you can attack. You have to War Drum again. You Dragon Staff. You may as well. Because you're not going to be able to spot heal much. And here comes Disruptive Wave, I'm sure. Kaboom is okay. Yeah. Kaboom is not great, but it's not too terrible either. Alright, yeah, you gotta multi-heal, attack, and heal. But yeah, this is a lot of mana usage here. At least Adams can help with the attacks sometimes. He's definitely the super fragile... I was about to say supercalifragilistic, jeez. He's definitely the super fragile one here. Yep, same Scott again. Good, that was a good damage roll. You're gonna double cold. Alright, cool. Thank you. Thank you for not being the terrible dick that you sometimes are. Let me see. How's our... I think I'm gonna Frizzle. Adam still might die, but... Yeah. He's just a little below, but... I want to get extra damage in. Oh, right. Adams doesn't have to worry that time. Clank does. Yeah, Preston can't get away with too many attacks, unfortunately. Especially because sometimes he's too slow. Again, at least Adams is able to help out some. Alright, and there goes that. Multi-heal will cover it. You attack. You War Drum. I'm going to have you, again, Elfin Elixir him board just for safety, because Adams can go down at any point. I'd rather just use all the items he has. Alright, Kaboom is fine. Alright, everyone will survive this, it just sucks. Alright, multi-heal Sage Stone, and I'm going to have you... Let me see, you're going to get 150. That'll be 180. Yeah, self-heal. A minimum of 150 he's going to get back. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because the Staff of Salvation generally will heal more than a Sage Stone. Sage Stone can heal up to what a Staff of Salvation does, but it's not very often that it does. Alright, you attack, use Sage Stone, and I'm going to have you drop the Dragon Staff in. Good, damage. And there goes everything. And of course he leads with the highest hitting damage attack here. Great. Keep multi-healing. I'm going to drum anyway, and you got a Staff of Salvation yourself. You know he's going to Fire Breath next. That's just how it is. Oh, good. And I'm fine with that. That is okay. That it was all in your right. You're going to have to multi-heal again. Even though it's not necessary to... You could probably get away with the Sage Stone. I would rather get another drum set up. But that does mean you can Dragon Staff. So at least we'll get about 180 damage in. Assuming he gets to go before maybe a double Cold Breath, and yes. Okay, good. Good. You go ahead and Fire Breath. I'm fine with that. I'm not so fine with that last Disruptive Wave, but at least you didn't Disruptive Wave then Fire Breath. That does make me feel better. Let's see. Yeah, War Drum and Dragon Staff, yeah. Right now, multi-heal can keep up. Okay. And ouchie time. This is Sage Stone territory. Yeah, like I said, War doesn't even get a chance to attack in this. I'm honestly just proud that I can make Adams somewhat useful in this. Oh, you dodging asshole! Oh, you suck. You suck, sir. Ooh, that hurts. Yeah, multi-heal. And you got a Sage Stone to help out poor Clank. Okay. And Disruptive Wave is fine with me. You really do want him to Disruptive Wave. You're better off. Drum it up and Dragon Staff, because multi-heal should cover. Part of me does wonder if maybe I would have been better off ditching Adams and just letting this be a 3-person party, but I feel like it would have dragged the fight out more, and at least Adams can contribute. It's just every now and then he holds up the party, you know? Alright, he Disruptive Waved, but that's okay. We can Drum and Staff again. Because that HP could have went to Clank or Preston to help them out instead, and or the Resilience could have went up to either of them and helped them survive a little better. Oh, yes! Adams actually is fine. I mean, don't get me wrong, Clank and Preston just took it hard, but that's awesome when, when Adams is actually fine because of the double Fire Breath. Preston does better with ice, but no one else does. Oh boy. Oh no. See, this is a Yigdu moment. Which means you can frizzle. Oh, hey, cool. I like it when you attack too. That's pretty damn good damage as well. Okay. Okay. We're alright. You gotta keep the multi-heal up. I'm gonna Sage Stone too. Just for Clank. Good damage here. Alright, Clank's gonna hurt. Ah, yeah. Yeah, you go ahead and Kazing. And I'm gonna actually... I could have him go ahead, but nah. Let him just go for it. There goes Clank. Alright. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah, we're fine. No problem. Whenever he decides the Disruptive Wave is when Adams is going to play Reviver. Or whenever he does... There we go. Alright. You're going to multi-heal. I'm going to just Sage Stone anyway. And you're going to Leaf Up Clank. Oh, good. Actually, that kind of works out. Sage Stone comes in later. The only problem here is that, yeah, he is out of MP now. So what we're going to do is Salvation Adams. We're going to use the Rebirth Stone if we have to instead. You're going to attack. I'm going to... War Drum? Yeah, War Drum. I had to think about that. And you're going to have him Elfin Elixir Ward. Ward has got the self-revive, so we're okay. Obviously, we don't want him to go, but yeah, there you go. But we gotta try. Okay. Rubbing in the salt in the wounds here. I'm actually gonna let, again, Ward can be sacrificed here, so... Okay, we did it. Ugh. We didn't even have to use any of the Rebirth Stones, though. That was good. Just a lot of Elfin Elixirs, because, yeah, you really need it for all the healing that Ward has to put up with here. But, oh wow, I even got a mini-medal. I never really did get those. Alright, this party is done. They're pretty... I would say that this party is pretty solid, but Adams definitely lagged behind a bit, and also the fact that everyone's a little bit slow. Ugh, that had caused some issues, that's for sure, but at least you could see it was doable. Just had to grind a little bit more than usual. Ward's super solid, Clank solid. Preston could use a little bit more agility, but he's doable, he works. I feel like he's like a little bit better than, like, you know, Vlad was. But, alright guys. I think the next monster party should be pretty interesting. But I'll let you guys see it when we go. I was debating on making a teaser, but nah. 44 turns, interesting. But, alright, say goodbye to our Orc King, Restless Armor, Prestidigitator, and Rotten Apple. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!